When we're young, we have an amazing, positive outlook about how great life is going to be, but somewhere along the line, we forget to dream and end up settling. Join Up Dots features amazing people who refuse to give up and chose to go after their dreams. This is your blueprint for greatness. So here's your host, live from the back of his garden in the UK, David Ralph.
Yes, hello there, good morning everybody, good morning and welcome to Join Up Dots. This is the Ralph Meister. Yes, this is David Ralph coming to you live from the back of the garden. And even after 5 years of doing this, I still have people that say to me, do you actually record from the back of your garden? Why would I lie? Why would I lie about something like that? I could say that I record from the top of Trump Tower. No, actually, I'd prefer to stay at the back of the garden, but I do. Yeah, this is where I control the internet. I control the world, and I drive people on to passion and enthusiasm. And I had an email the other day talking about putting my words across the world, and that's what I love so much about podcasting, that there's people all over the world listening to me and being inspired. And this guy was from, where was he from? He is from Accra in Ghana in Africa, which blows my mind, called Mawanyo. I hope that's how I said your name, sir. If I didn't, I do apologise. But Mawanyo is in Accra in Ghana, and I asked him, whereabouts are you and what is your dream? Because I always like to respond to emails. It's the big thing. If a listener comes through, I will do my utmost to get a response out to you as soon as possible, because without you guys, I haven't got a show. I love all of you. I'd come round and I would give you bed baths if I could. I would strip you down and clean your body, because that's how much I appreciate you all. And if you're really, really attractive, and I don't even care if you listen to my show. I really don't care at all. I'm still round there with the old sponge and the bucket and the chamois leather. I'll be going into every crevice I can find. Anyway, Mawanyo Ajay. As I say, hopefully I haven't murdered your name. And I asked him whereabouts he is, and he says Accra in Ghana. And he says, my dream is to travel around the world and buy up businesses and hopefully become a full-time missionary. Well, I went back to him. I said, you don't want the word hopefully. You don't want the word hopefully. You want definitely. I will definitely become a full-time missionary, because hopefully is an anchor. Hopefully is one of those words that kind of roots you into that not quite believing that you are where you should be. And I'll tell you how this came about. I went out for a drink the other night with a lovely guy, the most sexually attractive guy that you will ever see on the planet. And he's married, ladies or gentlemen. It doesn't matter. I'm sure he'll go both ways. No, not really. He might do. Who knows? I only met him for a drink. We didn't go that far. I don't know. Anyway, his name's Dan. And Dan's not alone, because all the time I was talking to Dan, there's a thing called kind of having the anchors on, having the handbrake on, where he was talking about what he wanted to do, and he was talking about his passions, and it always seemed to come back to, yeah, but I'm not at that point, or I'm not quite there, or who am I? The old imposter syndrome, the old hopefully I'll become a full-time missionary. And it's really evident to me when I speak to people that you want it so much, but there's a bit of you that thinks, I'm not at that point yet. Well, I can tell you all people that when Eric Clapton first picked up a guitar and twanged it, he wasn't what you expect Eric Clapton to be. If you listen to the first records that the Beatles first recorded and wrote, they weren't very good. Everybody is where they are at that time, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go full pelt into where you want to be, because that enthusiasm and that passion and that drive and that, I'm only here at the moment, but I can learn really, really quickly, will push you past 95% of the people out there. It really will. And the brilliant thing is, you're even further ahead than that. Yes, you're even further ahead because you're already thinking these things. Most people in life are just like the Walking Dead. They're just going along, beep, 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 and they're just pushing things from one side of the desk to the other. They're dealing with inboxes, they're doing in trays, they're doing whatever, but they're not thinking about what they want to do. So Dan actually connected with me, and we met in a local pub until a quiz started, and I said, I can't concentrate this, Dan, I'm obsessed with quizzes, let's go somewhere else. And we went to another pub. And I could see that he's ready. He is so ready. And you just have to go for it and start believing in yourself and pull that handbrake off and just start rolling and start building that momentum. I was talking to another lady. Well, Dan's not a lady. He's a lovely guy. I was talking to a lady last night called Alexa in San Diego. And we were talking about building online businesses. She connected with me and we was having a little chat. And she said to me, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should, upskill myself? And I said, No, you are where you are. Start building the business that you want and use that time of building it to upskill, because there's going to be things that you want to build into it, the information, the content that you want to provide to the world, whatever you're doing, that, you're not 100% up on, but you're damn sight more than the person who's looking for that information in the first place. The fact that you're actually putting it on the page and you're focusing in on it. I said, no, don't do any more upskilling. Don't listen to podcasts, except for me. Don't listen to anything else. Don't read self-development books. You are ready. You are ready, Alexa, to go out and flourish. Start building that business. And when you're doing something and you think, actually, I'm not too sure about this. I'm not too sure about this at the moment. Research it. Research it. Research it. I could say that for the next 10 hours and half of you still won't get that back. You still will have that handbrake on. So wherever you are, there is no such thing as a bad version of you. You are just exactly where you should be. Somebody said to me in one of the early days of Join Up Dots, and I always think this is brilliant, but there's no such thing as a bad drummer. There's just one person who started earlier than everybody else and has practiced more. So if you think about that, if you started banging on your desk now and you kept on doing it, within 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you could be, the world's greatest drummer, because it's the practice, it's the consistency, but you've got to start banging. You got to go home and say, wife, what I want to do tonight is bang, bang with all my might. And the wife will either think it's her birthday and her Christmas all rolled into one, or she will run downstairs and lock herself in the downstairs toilet. Don't need that kind of thing, especially in front of the kids or where there's a Netflix binge set to be watched. So handbrakes, people. Be aware of the words that you talk or you speak. Don't think about hopefully or possibly or maybe. Those words are just holding you back. When you speak, say definitely, focused, on my way. Positive words that will drive you forward, because you don't have to do much to really create a wonderful life for yourself. You really don't. I always say about myself, because hey, it's my show and no one can pull me off this microphone, even if they tried. I locked the door behind me. But I didn't know a thing about podcasting at the start. I really didn't. I just started talking, and hopefully I've got better over the time. And it's just that consistency, and it's that professionalism and wanting to do it that you suddenly fly ahead of most other people out there. So let's summarize, little hobbit. Yes, let's summarize. Don't use negative words or wishy-washy words or should and would, and make it positive, make it focused. Keep your eyes on the ball, and don't think that you aren't at the point now where you can build your business and create that dream life and earn a lot of money. You are, because you're already ahead of the people that you will be selling to. You've only got to be 2 pages or 1 page ahead of the person who's your client. You provide them what they want, and you can start making money. It's a dream. It's a dream business out there. So pull up the handbrake, open up the doors, and just go rolling. Just go rolling. And then little by little, you'll be doing 10 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour. You could go rolling downhill. I don't know if that's actually possible, but in my head it is. So cut me some slack. But you're not doing anything other than just letting that momentum build by doing the work, being consistent, being passionate, and going out and doing it. There we go. I feel all inspired. I feel like going out and doing some other stuff and building more stuff into my life. But I'm going to be talking about that later, because actually that's something that came up with the lovely Dan the other day. When you feel that you're running out of time, that you haven't got enough time to do everything. Does that mean you shouldn't do it? Or does it mean that you just need to work more professionally and focused? Who knows? Well, I actually know, because I'm the head of Join Up Dots, and I know the answers to everything. Until next time, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to Dan. Thank you so much to Alexa and Mwanyo. And I will speak to you all very, very soon. Cheers, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.
David doesn't want you to become a faded version of the brilliant self you were once to become. So he's put together an amazing guide for you called the 8 Pieces of Advice that every successful entrepreneur practices, including the 2 that changed his life. Head over to joinupdots.com to download this amazing guide for free, and we'll see you tomorrow on Join Up Dots.